My daughter finally reached out to me after 17 years of no contact, asking if I wanted to meet my granddaughter, but I don't care about her anymore and told her to never contact me again. Posted by u/wide corners. For background, I am in my 60s now. I was married to my ex-wife, and we had a daughter. Our marriage went through its ups and downs, but I was really close with our daughter. As our marriage was experiencing difficulties, I made a huge mistake that I still regret to this day. I started having an affair with my coworker. She was in a violent, physically abusive relationship at home. We became friends at work, and things escalated from there. She got an out from me, and I gave her the support she needed to file for divorce from her husband, who is currently in jail. The affair went nowhere, and we called it off shortly after, but I was glad she escaped her abusive relationship and that she was safe. But when my ex-wife found out about the affair, things understandably didn't go well. She lashed out and said a lot of horrible things about me to our daughter, who was 15 at the time. I took full responsibility for the affair, but even after the divorce, I sensed that the distance between my daughter and me was growing. Then one day, my daughter told me she wasn't going to speak to me anymore and was cutting me off from her life forever. That was the most painful thing anyone had ever said to me. I begged her to please reconsider. I still remember that day. But time passed. My daughter kept her word, and after trying to connect with her for the first year, I gave up. I found out from one of my mutual friends that my ex-wife married a great guy. I was happy because I hoped that would remove the hatred from my ex-wife and that she would advise our daughter to at least rekindle a relationship with me. But that never happened. I moved to another state a year later. I am at peace now, but I still carry some lingering sadness. I have retired. Both of my parents have passed away, and my brother tragically passed away a couple of years ago. To be honest, I am just waiting for my turn. I only have my dog and my sister left. A couple of hours ago, my daughter called me. I haven't spoken to her in 17 years. I instantly recognized her voice, but I didn't feel anything. No happiness, no sadness, just indifference. She was crying a lot during the call, and we caught up on life. She's married and has a daughter who's now 12. She apologized for cutting off contact and said her mom had asked her to reconnect with me, as her mom felt guilty about how everything played out. She said she really wanted me to meet her daughter, who was constantly asking about granddaddy. But I didn't feel anything. After we caught up and talked about our lives, I told her I don't care about her or her daughter and to never contact me again. I then hung up. Am I wrong here? Update 1 day later. Look, I was extremely drunk last night. The words that came out of my mouth weren't the best, and my comments on my post weren't great either. Seeing how everyone said I was the jerk, I decided to call my daughter again an hour ago. I didn't really expect her to pick up, but she answered immediately. I apologized for last night, and she said there was no need to apologize. I then sent her a link to this Reddit post in a message and told her I know I was the jerk, and thousands agreed. She again said I wasn't and started crying again. I told her she's free to come to my house anytime in the next 4 months because after that, I will be leaving the country with my sister and our dog. Our parents left us a nice farmhouse in their home country, and we plan to spend the rest of our lives there. I sent her my address in a message, and my daughter said she would come with her husband and daughter by the end of next week. She asked if they could stay for multiple days, and I told her she could stay as long as she wanted, as our house is spacious enough. Second update 2 months 3 weeks later. I have moved to the farmland and am looking forward to spending the rest of my life here with my dog and my sister. It is peaceful and scenic. My daughter did visit me with her husband and daughter before I left the country. It was really nice seeing my granddaughter, who looks a lot like her mom. They stayed at our place for a week, and we had a good time together. However, things got a little sad when I told my daughter in private that I had no interest in being a grandfather and just didn't have strong emotions about it. I think those words really hurt her, and my daughter cried a lot after I said them. She wanted to rekindle our relationship, but it's just too late now. I told her she's free to visit me at the farm anytime she wants and that the house is always open, but I doubt she'll be visiting anytime soon. The week she stayed with me before I left the country was likely our final goodbye. She has my number, but she hasn't called or texted since she left, and I haven't reached out to her either. That's the update for those interested, and this will probably be my only one. Commenter. I'm definitely about to be an outlier here based on these comments, and I'm going to stick to it. Based on the original post from 81 days ago, where unsurprisingly most people called you the jerk, not only are you the jerk, but you are also a deadbeat, selfish father and a cheater. You made your bed, had a child, and then cheated on your wife. You then blamed that child for your disgusting betrayal. And this is going to sound odd after calling you the jerk, but I am proud that you decided to speak up and tell the truth. No child deserves to have a father who loves her so little, blamed her for his mistakes, and now refuses to see her or his granddaughter because of his mistakes. Thank you for at least being honest that you were a terrible human being and for not wasting her time.